Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're feeling totally swamped, like your entire day is just eaten up by repetitive admin chores, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to demystify how you can build a business that literally runs itself. And the best part? You won't have to write a single line of code. We're all about prioritizing human creativity over robotic busywork. Get this. The average entrepreneur wastes up to 20 hours every single week on data entry and repetitive tasks. 20 hours! Think about that for a second. That's literally half of a standard work week just gone. We're talking about mind-numbing stuff, copying and pasting emails, manually updating spreadsheets, dragging files between folders, and endlessly chasing down leads. It's exhausting, and worst of all, it drags you away from the high-value work that actually grows your business. So when leads fall through the cracks, or you realize data was entered twice, I want you to remember this absolutely crucial point. It is your systems failing, not your team. It's super easy to get frustrated with yourself or your employees when, say, an important follow-up doesn't go out on a Saturday just because nobody was at their desk. But the reality? Humans just aren't built to be flawless data entry machines. As this quote perfectly nails it, the solution isn't to work harder or hire more people to do manual labor. The solution is to build better systems. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. 1. The cost of busy work. 2. Trigger action output. 3. Cloud versus self-hosted. 4. Top automation tools. 5. Common mistakes. And 6. Your first workflow. Let's jump right into section 1, the cost of busy work. All right, take a look at this. The World Economic Forum is projecting that by 2027, 42% of all business tasks will be automated. 42%. This isn't just some sci-fi concept. It's happening right now. Businesses that are jumping on this are seeing an immediate return on investment. By eliminating manual data entry, which usually carries an error rate of about 1 to 4%, you aren't just saving time, you are drastically improving the accuracy of your entire operation. Think about it. If your competitors are automating almost half their workload and you aren't, they're going to outpace you simply because they have more bandwidth. Moving on to section 2, trigger, action, output. So the cool thing is, every workflow out there, no matter how complicated it might look at first glance, really just boils down to 3 highly logical steps. You absolutely do not need an engineering degree or any coding skills to get this. You just need to understand this simple sequence. First, the trigger, second, the action, and third, the output. Automation is really just replacing boring repetition with this super dependable system. Think of the trigger like a starter pistol at a race. Absolutely nothing moves in your system until this specific event fires. It could be someone filling out a contact form on your website, a new file dropping into your Dropbox, or a payment going through. Without that trigger, your automation is just fast asleep. But once that pistol fires, it kicks off the action. That's the actual work being done, like an AI generating a summary. Finally, it delivers the output, which is where that new result lives, like automatically saving the summary to a specific folder or firing it off in an email. Okay, section 3, cloud versus self-hosted. So when you're picking your tools, you basically have 2 paths. Cloud-based tools are fantastic for beginners. You can sign up and build an automation in like 15 minutes. But as your business grows and you start running thousands of tasks, those monthly per task fees can really start to sting. Self-hosted options, on the other hand, are the ideal budget-conscious solution. Sure, it might take a day or 2 to initially set up, but you secure sustainable automation with 0 ongoing monthly subscription costs. You're basically running the software on your own basic server, making it a brilliant one-time setup approach for long-term savings. Next up, section 4, top automation tools. Here is a quick, screenshot-worthy cheat sheet of the top automation platforms. Zapier is kind of the giant in the room. It's amazing for an easy no-code start, though. Like we said, it gets pricey as you scale up. Make gives you this beautiful visual canvas and is a bit more affordable for higher volumes. Now, if you want that budget-friendly self-hosted route we just talked about, N8N is incredible because it gives you total control of your data for free. And hey, if your whole business is already running on Microsoft 365, Power Automate is a pretty seamless choice to just plug right in. All right, section 5, common mistakes. Before you start connecting all your apps together, I've got to act as your coach here and put up a few guardrails. The absolute biggest trap? Automating a broken process. If your manual process is already a chaotic mess, automating it isn't going to fix it. You'll just speed up your mistakes and create automated chaos. Also, remember that tools exist to serve people, not the other way around.
Don't intimidate your team with overly complex software. Instead, show them how these systems are here to wipe out their boring chores, giving them the freedom to focus on the creative work they actually enjoy. And please hear me on this one. Test your workflows. If you don't validate your data triggers and test the actual output, you are risking silent system failures and major data loss down the road. Just imagine setting up a slick new automation for client leads, but you skip testing it. A tiny typo in the setup could mean every single new lead gets sucked into a digital black hole. Nobody wants that. Always run a test submission. Verify that the starter pistol fires, the action processes correctly, and the output lands exactly where it's supposed to. Finally, Section 6, your first workflow. Let's look at a super simple win you can set up today to build some confidence. Imagine you have a main Google Sheet tracking your potential sales. The moment you change a client's status dropdown from active to 1, boom, that is your trigger. The system instantly sees that edit, springs into action, copies all that client's data, pastes it into a brand new 1 tab, and then deletes the old row to keep your main sheet perfectly clean. It happens in the blink of an eye. No manual copying, zero chance of accidentally deleting the wrong thing, just perfectly structured data every single time. Once you master that basic logic, the sky's the limit. As outlined in great beginner resources like the No-Code Blueprint and the No-Code Automation Starter Kit, there are literally hundreds of everyday business tasks you can map directly to this exact same trigger action output framework. You can set up an AI to read your incoming emails, categorize them, and even draft personalized replies. You could have a system automatically text a new lead the absolute second they fill out a form online. The possibilities are entirely in your hands to build these amazing, budget-friendly systems, and I promise you, you don't need a computer science background to make it happen. So I want to leave you with this question. What is one repetitive manual task you can automate today? Seriously, take a hard look at your daily chores. Find just one robotic task. Maybe it's moving invoices to a folder or sending a welcome email, and commit to building your first workflow today. By reclaiming just a few hours a week, you'll fundamentally transform how you work. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I'll leave you with this final thought. If a simple background system can flawlessly handle your most boring chores, what brilliant creative things are you going to achieve with those 20 hours you just got back?